Pretty sure. But it's fine. I'm not gonna do any shipments today. I'm just gonna try to save up gold to try to. Yeah, we got nothing. We got one gold. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna farm the 120k gold I need for the challenge. 110. Actually, let me put. There should be space in the disenchant. It's kind of funny because apparently, if you run out of money while while your boats are out, the boats will just stop. Like, they'll just be sitting there in the middle of water and being like, "We ain't getting paid. We ain't rowing no boats." Okay, so I think. All right. So apparently, if you mix delirium with incursions, is kind of the play, it would seem. And since I don't plan on carrying uh about the actual temples off the get-go, right? I think what I'm gonna do is well, to be honest, it's not gonna be very nice. If anything, I should probably respec out of the harvest stuff because I probably take less points. And then respec it into like Alva, which should be, go to grab these points out, get like save 5 points here, 5 points. I just will get Alva here, then spec out of there, go put that over here, spec out of this. We'll spec out of Nico, probably respec that into shrines. Hmm, probably not shrines. We'll probably just leave it as is and just like take out harvest. The only downside is here. Like, I guess we'll put it into Harbinger. And then I can do Harvest Tree here instead. With, like, altars. It's kind of awkward with this circle because it only connects, like there's no way to connect. Like, you have to take something, either Harvest, Harbinger, or Essence. We might just take Essence. Yeah. We lose out on this. Whatever. Need like 30 points. Never mind, we have exactly as many as. Just kidding. Psych. Psych. I did the. At the very least, it would be take all the harvest points out, right? So we can still leave the Nico ones in. Just take out all the harvest points. We'd still have 22 points to mess around with. How many would we need for Alva? and redistribute these points if these are even worth taking with non-resident architect. I think those are worth. This one's definitely worth. You could probably just leave those points in, not even worry about them. But that doesn't really do anything. Take those points out. But I don't plan on running this anytime soon. I just want to have it set up for when I do feel like running it. Let's say the refill points. Because what I'm thinking is uh, this. Grab all the harvest. Grab these altars. And then we have like 43 points left. Which I could probably just put into Nico. Path of Bears. Or just just setting up the Atlas. When are you gonna play PoE, bro? There's like 2 leagues now. You're just like, yeah, I'll play on the new league. In 2 leagues, and you're just like, oh my god, what's going on? Who did what? Wasn't me. Too busy, brother. Brother. Can't believe this. I do have this too. Trying to figure out what else to put in here. Hmm. Yeah, no, that's a good one to take. I was gonna cut anything out, it'd be Nico, but Nico's kind of like a nice little power amp. I don't really need the +1 to level. We want the depths in that. We don't really need 3 more points. Huh? It would essentially be these, but we wouldn't be able to guarantee. Because I even skipped out on getting 3 points here. What I usually do. This is 15% beast, but it's really worth. I could save the 6 points. 4 points there. Mm. But then I just have like 3 points that are just playing about. Nowhere to really put them in. That would make sense. Oh, I mean, technically, I guess I could still grab these then. And then this one, get rid of all of the hardest. I think I should just get rid of the Nico and then just put Shrine on this one. Because we can just use these gates. Yeah. Need 4. I don't think I have 4. I have 1. Good enough. It'll have to do. Alright, first we grab all the albums. I need even more. I need to refund these 5. That's a lot of that. Well, hopefully we can stock up another stash of that. We've had pretty decent turnabouts for Orbs of Regret. So I've probably already used well over 100 this league. And it hasn't even been 2 full weeks. The ball flesh. Playing non-resident. Oh, what that means. Oh, okay. I want shrines. I can still definitely improve this. It's just I need more orbs of unmaking, which I won't get. I'll have to farm for. Because we can just pull those points out, these points out. Then I can get all the shrine ones. Yeah. Finish getting all the shrine ones after. That seems pretty good. Alright, so this one is Alvadeli. This one is Harvest Del S. Right. Alter. Even though I think I'll probably change this one out of the strong boxes at some point. I think I might just put this one as Harbingers, to be honest. I really don't think it's like that great. But if I guess we could stick with it and see if we can at least get the Last couple of diviner strong boxes I need. But I'll need to do the Delve Abyss one. Delve Harvest Abyss one, because I need the harvest juice. If I can get that other axe to roll really well, then we can have. There's bismuth in here. Bro, is there a bismuth in here? Every time that my game loses its shit, it's because there's a bismuth in the map. We're doing delirium. There, fucking, I knew it. Bro, I don't know what they did with the bismuth one. It just lags the shit out of my maps. It's so annoying. I can always tell. Like, I can just always tell because, like, my maps get really laggy for no reason. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they have them programmed. I don't know what sort of graphic shit it's pulling, but it's always so bad. Like, we were nowhere near it. We didn't stop lagging until we were, like, here. We went, like, this way, and it was lagging the shit out of my computer. Like, I don't know how they code some of this stuff sometimes. Like, it's just tornadoes that are just spinning in a circle. I guess it's because it has to, like, load the potential that when you click it, it'll put tornadoes everywhere. It's just really annoying. Map is like 10 times easier. Like, all the tier 16s are like 10 times easier when they're not deliriumed up. It's kind of funny because, like, I mean, I'm not running corrupted maps because I'm lazy. I don't want to lose things to getting bricked due to reflect or rolling stupid stuff like, oh, can't leech and can't regen. Like, okay, I guess you just don't play the game, 5-head. But But yeah, I'm just so I just chisel elk, carry on with my life. That's the boss room. We're gonna go do the strong. I think there was only the one. Well, we have to go back out for the bismuth later anyway. It always throws me for a loop when you can reopen the boxes because there's no real visual difference. It just the name just stays. And so sometimes like there I was like, what's not dead yet? And then it took a second, I was like, oh, I can open the box again. That's a thing. Kind of underwhelming. Well, we didn't have like super crazy. I don't think there was another. But may as well make sure. I don't care. I don't know. I just don't really care for. Uh, I know I should for betrayal because failed orbs they go for a lot, but like, mm. And like betrayal, it really isn't like that bad. You just kill the things and keep clicking until they're just like, yeah, you have enough intel to go raid the thing. Like it's pretty nice, pretty lazy, honestly. Like compared to like how much I have to pay attention to uh and like say heist where it's like get the equipment, do this, do that. I haven't even fucked with the blueprints because that's like pretty sure that's gonna take another big chunk of learning on how to do. But it's literally run your map, wait for the stuff to pop up. 25,000. Oh baby. Yeah. The build feels good though. The build feels really good, especially after getting that especially after getting the the mace upgrade. We're gonna run this because I need to get the juice. I need to get a lot of juice. I can roll this and hopefully get something cracked out of it. Luckily, it's on. I mean, I have to roll the other one too. I need so much yellow juice. It pains me. Oh, you gotta have a peaceful time though. because I don't have to race the deli mare. Doing the deli mare thing like just gave me so much like I'm just so my autopilot now is to just not pick up loot until I'm done. It's just so weird. Also, I will say I haven't had a Vol Temple yet though. Like I've gotten I think I've gotten some of the div cards. I know I've gotten one for sure for a Vol Temple div card turn in, but I haven't gotten like an actual raw Vol Temple from corrupting stuff. I try to avoid the bristle matrons because, well, I don't really need them anymore because I only cared about them before because of the specters that would be good for the Bema. And then, they're kind of a pain to deal with. I can't really have no action speed slowdown. I'm good. Chilling. I wonder if Zoe's gotten her Void Spear build up and running. One of the real nice things, I think one of the biggest reasons I like this build is it's like there's very easy, tangible, at least for me, there's very easy, tangible ways to like make this build stronger without like having to dip into timeless jewels and that kind of stuff. The timeless jewels are just they're a fucking pain, honestly, in my opinion. Like I don't think they're bad per se. It's just for the way I like to play these games, it's way more work than I feel like putting into it. There you go. The collapse. Oh no, there it is. No, I'm just blind. But like, I have very like tangible ways to make this stronger. Right? Like, better weapon. Like, I was about to say way better. I mean, technically, you could probably get something that's like 2 times this, but that requires a lot of like in-depth building. I think I could probably get another 1 to 200, maybe, if I could just get stuff to roll how I actually want it to roll without having to craft on it. Could probably get another like 100 for sure. I could definitely get like a 700 like mallet. I'm pretty sure. And then there's like the runes, which hopefully they do something with, so it becomes slightly easier to get runes. And then there's still the cluster jewels that I could still use some strengthening. Or calcum. Oh, actually, I should really shouldn't pop the abyss until after I'm done trying to see if I got all the altars I can get. Okay, surely this time I don't do something stupid and lose all of my XP, right? This is the third time I've been like in the last like almost third to quarter stretch of hitting 95, and I just don't hit 95 because I do something stupid and I like hemorrhage out all of my. Like, hey, let me go run the synthesis boss that I don't know how to do, and my ability covers. I can a degen that murders me when I made my build squishier. High five me. Present. Up, up. I didn't see it breaking again. At least it's not doing it in the map, because that would actually kill me if it happened in the map. I kind of fixed it last time this happened. Maybe that helps. Nope. God, I love this game. Works perfect. Everything else on my computer works perfectly fine in regards to the internet. but PoE then hits a latency of just 100 something. Which would make sense if I was like overseas, but it makes like no sense living in the States because apparently one of the big issues is at least like if you play in like EU, it goes through NA anyway. So even if you're on an EU server, I don't feel bad for those guys, honestly. After doing delirium for like 3 days straight, 3 or 4 days straight, not having to do delirium is peaceful. Honestly, it's so peaceful. Wait, this doesn't have. Uh, what in the fuck? Getting shot down. That's because of the volume. Oh great, my now it's spiking my latency again. Woo! Let's go. It's so fun. I love having my latency spike when I'm trying to play the game and there's no real reason for it to be spiking. Love VO. VO is so good. Such a well optimized game. And I know there's nothing wrong with my. Fuck's sakes, bro. What is wrong with this game? It's at night too that I tend to have these problems more. Oh, can we stop latency ping ponging like yesterday? Yeah, that'd be great, POV. I can't even do my maps. Peace, brother. Let me play the game. What is going on? Like, there's no problem with my internet. It's like PoE is like losing its shit for no reason. If it's like an update or something they pushed out. Pretty sure restarting's not gonna. No, there wasn't any. Sometimes when it's like latency spiking for no reason, it's because sometimes they did like an update and it's supposed to be like restart list, but I have to restart it anyway. I don't think that was the case in this one, but like it's literally unplayable when the latency is like losing its shit, especially with Eater of Worlds. If you have Eater of Worlds like picked and you get the fire squad to pop up for the spawn, like you're just dead. If your like latency spikes to like 300, like by the time it spikes down, you're dead. You're just gone because you just get shotgunned so quickly. Like it's so annoying. And I don't understand. It's a Wednesday. Like I could understand on like a Friday night as con- congestion or whatever. Like people are still pretty excited about playing the game right now, so there's still a lot of people logging in. Apparently, they broke pretty good records on Steam I imagine they had pretty good numbers all around. But like, I also don't like how if you're mother, it's still like lagged a bit. If you're what's your next? There's like a still a bit of like a lag from when I push the button and it does something, but my latency is. I just gave them 20 million projectiles in there. I don't know. I have to be kind of careful when I do Abyss though. Usually I don't like personally. I don't like doing Eater over seeing Exarch altars because I feel like Syrian XR gives like more consistent like currency. Like I usually get a lot of the cartographer chisels or the like stuff that gives stuff that I would normally use. While it feels like Eater, you're kind of just chasing the big oh hey divine kind of deal. Oh, it's time! Shit. I really wish I hadn't taken all the altars I took. That's that's the boss, the Black Knight, which I haven't fought yet. He's the of the things I've actually been doing, he's the last one that I haven't been able to I haven't had spawn yet in any of my maps. Is that why this map was so laggy? Now that might be why. Because it's the first time it's ever loaded in the Black Knight for me. That might have been why it was so laggy. Because like if you remember, my shit was lagging out really badly when it's the bismuth. So maybe that's why. Because I was loading the Black Knight stuff. It's the only assumption I can make. Alright, let's see how this goes. If we win this, we get a bunch of Verisium. Even I think if you die in it, he just pops you. Like it's kind of like the Vol side area where you okay, that's where you pop out like at the arena entrance. I definitely got hit by the laser. Yeah, I definitely got hit by the laser. I don't know how you're not supposed to get hit by that laser. But this means I'll have to do the map runners to do the bandit one. Oh shit. I guess maybe I'm supposed to frost blank from like rock to rock. I got hit by one of the falling rocks though. Yeah. I got hit by the rocks and the laser. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge the laser. Yeah, look at this. We kill the unique dude, and he drops 5 runes. That's it? That's it? Brother. You're gonna tell me that's it? The unique bosses drop 5 runes? Bro, that's like I could that's how many runes I get for just clearing the like for just sending out a shipment. Like honestly, they're way too stingy for the rune mechanic. Like how many you get. Like I think it would be fine if there was a way, like if they were added to your maps, right? Like when you're doing like the actual ore stuff, if they added it and it was just like, okay, when you complete it, there's a chance for runes to pop out. Like in that case. But the only way to get runes is from shipping and from killing the unique bosses. And it's like shipping, yeah, you can kind of constantly throw that out there, but it's not a whole lot that you'll get. I've seen people throwing out really big ship. Like, apparently the best way to do it, especially for runes, from what I've seen, heard, and seen so far, it's like uh sending multiple like smaller shipments to like places that like to the 2 places that are really close. Well, to basically to Rivenfell. So that way you just constantly like you're just constantly getting this flow of like runes in. And then but it's just like bro. Like I feel like they were way too stingy on the runes. And I would very much like to see a increase in rune givening giveth to me. Some people want a cheaper price. I don't think that's the right call, to be honest. I think runes need to be more often and more. Because the cheaper price isn't going to fix the problem. Because the problem is it just feels like shit trying to get runes because you get so little of them. So you're still gonna kind of have the same issue. Because I don't necessarily think the price is the problem. I think it's the influx is the problem. I think part of it was they wanted to like have it. Well, I think part of the reason they tell me what just part of the reason they kind of were a little hesitant with it was because you could trade them over the auction house. But all that's caused is having runes that cost like divs to fucking get. I think like the power rune is like 1 or 2 divs. At least like I think that's according to the last video I saw, it was like 1 or 2 divs per rune, and you need like I think it's a decent number of them for the craft that people even want for it. And it's just like, brother. Because the runes are a decent amount of power. Alright, now we have Abyss. Because like there's a rune that if I can get it on a weapon, it's like 250% fire damage. It would probably be a pretty nutty upgrade. But I can't even craft it yet. Because it requires the next like rune upgrade. And I haven't even gotten the rune I need to upgrade the rune crafting bench. Because that's kind of like the double whammy. Some of the higher runes are extremely rare. And then you need them to upgrade your bench. And then be able to put the rune. It's so bad. Like it's such a rough system to deal with. I think the runes are great though. I think like the rune bench, like bringing in enchanting back in that regards, because people were kind of like sad they got rid of the lab enchants when they did the transfigured gem change. Because that was one way to get some pretty good money, was running labs for people and selling the enchants. And I think the runes, like I think honestly, this league was just their attempt at trying to like bring back a bunch of the stuff again, like find ways to introduce a bunch of stuff back into the game on top of introduce like return things to the game, like find a way, because I think they've been trying to like find a system, is like what it feels like is they've been trying to find a system to put tattoos back in the game because they obviously want them in the game. It's been good for the game. A lot of people like them. They bring a lot of diversity to builds and stuff. But and it's just like I just don't think they have a part where they feel like, yeah, this would be really good. Like they don't have a system where they feel like it'd be really good. Where it feels good for them to have it in the game as like a reward for it. And I think they've been trying to look for it, which like I mean you can tell they've been wanting it because it's literally been in every single league in some form or fashion. Like a reward from something. Like you could get tattoos from the well not everyone. I think it was like Affliction League didn't have it, but then they brought it back like right after. Uh, but basically, it's been like something they keep putting in, and I think it's just they just haven't really figured out like what they want to like have it attached to, or they haven't had a system where they're like, oh yeah, that this feels really good to make go core and have tattoos be a reward. But like I think the like I have a feeling the runes is something they kind of want to add to the game. I feel like it'd be a good addition having the enchants. Because in all honestly, I have a feeling they're gonna like kind of run out of skill jumps to add. Like I'm pretty sure they probably still have a pool too, but like if you think about how like the enchants are working and stuff, there's definitely lots of potential to work with it there because like the runes could even come from like they could even put disenchanting like be a thing, right? But you have to like disenchant uniques, and then as you disenchant uniques, you have a percentage chance to get like runes from it and stuff like that. There's a couple different things they could do with it if they wanted to. But I think the problem right now is that there's no like steady way to get runes because people have been trying to do all sorts of tests to try to be like, okay, how can we get more runes? And the kind of like answer has been like, well, you can't. You just have to keep doing shipments. I feel like in trade, it's like mitigated to some degree because you can buy the runes, right? Through the auction house. On especially on softcore, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, like it probably still could be. Let me see. How much does it cost for the power rune? For rune crafting. This one. Deadboard. It's 1 to almost 3. For one power rune is almost like 3 div. Sheesh. That's crazy. You probably can't even buy it for chaos. Oh, you can. They have it up for 370. Wait, so then what if what do I have? 1 for 10. 6 to 1. I don't have any other ones. Yeah, like I guess if you didn't give a shit about the rune crafting one, you could set it up. Oh, if I use 2 points. Because we could save like these points. To be honest, I could still save these points. I just want to flip it to like Searing Exarch altars. It would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Like 19 points. But then it would turn into 1, 2, 3, 5, 13. 19. I wouldn't be able to get everything because again, all I really care about is just this. Like I wouldn't be able to get the last like 10%, but I don't think that's a big deal. I'd still be able to get most of the important stuff. But that requires like 19. I don't have 19. I don't have 19 and I don't feel like buying more because it's really not worth. Four additional orbs of alteration. Sheesh. Making money. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go Searing X. I'll try to get Orbs of Unmaking, and then we'll go Searing Exarch so I can get this is Searing Exarch invitation. I don't actually know if there's even anything from like Eater of Worlds that would be good. Like regular Eater. Oh, it's the boss. Somebody. Because like when you get a lot of rarity quant ones, it feels great, but kind of like not as often as oh, I did it. I did it. I knew I was gonna do it one day. Today was that day. Today was that day. There was a tier 4 blue plant. And I saw it as I was like scooting over after clicking on the yellow one because I wanted the tier 3 juice. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I sacked a tier 4 blue for one tier 3 yellow. Oh, I'm crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up. I knew it was gonna I knew it was gonna happen one of these. Especially as my need for blue, like my active need for blue was lessening. As red, I probably still would check ahead of time because I want the bear girdle. But if it's blue, I don't really have too much of a reason to check. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope they like make the timer stack or something, cause like the intoxicated one, like it just feels bad. Cause like for instance, I had two sulfite piles next to each other, and it's like if I want to actually be efficient, I can't take them because the timer doesn't go past a minute. Meanwhile, if I space them out, I'll get 2 minutes of the intoxication buff. Okay, with that almost confirmed that I'm pretty sure the like stuff like frostball and lightning mirages when they hit the tree count as if the mob itself hits the tree. That's kind of fucking annoying. Because there was one time one of them had the thunderstorm thing, and that just completely destroyed the tree. Like there was nothing on the tree. And at first I thought it was like, oh, maybe I'm just like missing. I don't know. Maybe there's like a dog or something on the tree and I missed it. No, because I remember he was like the only thing left alive, and he wasn't even like hitting the tree because he was stunned. But the tree was still just hemorrhaging out the ember while the lightning storm was going on. It's like, oh great, nice. Something I can't avoid. I can't stop that. I can't do anything to it. Just gets free hits on it. Because it completely depleted the tree on that run. But if the back of my hand could stop itching, that'd be great. The back of my hand just started itching really badly there, and the way I have my keybind set up, like I need both hands. Because in order to save my wrist, I have my I have my main attack is bound to E. Like basically the only thing my mouse hand does is left click to move around, right click to frost the frost blink if I have that active. Otherwise I swap it out for can't frost. Oh, we got a bunch of holy. I saw the one and I was like, did I really get that low? I look over and there's a stack of 10. Alright, anything? I was saying I like slapped the shit out of my space bar. Like that's 4%. I would drop to 43. I was hoping to get the one for reduced. Reduces healing. I think that's on the helmet. Although. Shit. This one, I'm taking the thing Exarch ones. Pretty sure. The fortify on hit. Because if I get that, then I don't need to get. I think the main reason people are getting Overlord is, or they swap to the like instead of just using the two-handed damage one, they're using the mace and scepter one is because you can get Overlord, which gives you fortify on hit with maces, melee hits. We have so much like blue juice because I just don't use it. I say the rest of these are like alright. 8% of cold damage taken is life. 10% of fizz is taken as cold. 4% of fizz damage as fire damage. Well, actually, the increase moves 12%. But that's a Searing Exarch, and I don't have any more. I kind of wish there was like a way to, like, there was like, if you could trade in like a set of like implicit items, like an armor set, right? Like if you had like all four, that if you traded it in, you could get like an Ichor back or something. Cause like I'm getting the Ichor, like the implicit drops because free, but there's really not much I can do with them. I'm not gonna replace my gear. I guess if I get something good for another cosmic, what? Nothing much. Just farming some tier 16s for gold, so I can. I need another 80,000 gold so I can finish that one challenge, and then just trying to see if I can get more juice so I can finish getting some upgrades. They would craft this bad boy earlier today. It's not like what I would want because I had to craft the increased fizz damage, but it was like 160 damage increase. So really nice. So pretty happy with that. And then I did a synth map, but unfortunately we didn't get a good circle of regret. I need a circle of anguish. And even then, this one like doesn't really seem that good. In the league teaser, I thought our workers would farm for this, but I feel like I'm honestly, they're just like, go make us money. Don't come home until you're bringing home the bacon. We ain't doing nothing. Honestly, yeah. Like my town, like to be honest, like my town would be running. It's just that I want to do the the challenge for 250k, the gilded goals. And I was like, I broke 100k earlier because of the synth maps, and then I was like, you know what, I'll farm it out and then I'll turn my town back on later, and then try to get some upgrades and stuff rolling. Exactly what I feel, honestly. Every time I go to town, I'm like, what's the bank looking like? Do I need to go make money? Do I need to go make gold? I am kind of curious because I don't know. I haven't been paying attention on the forums, but there's been a lot of videos going on, people talking about mellow, mellow, right order. There we go. About like there's been a lot of videos where people are just like saying that the gold is kind of a bit of an issue to some degree. Though I think it's probably more of a case that I think the wages kind of need to be adjusted rather than gold needs to be increased. I think the workers are just like super expensive. Cause like if I don't do shipping, we're chilling. If I do shipping, like half of my gold is I'll jump like because at my level I don't even have it all maxed out. I don't have everything running all the time. But like and I don't have map runners. So I can usually keep like for like 30 I think like 20 to 30,000 gold my town runs like for a whole day. But if I do shipping, like all of that's just gone. Like next time I look, there's only like 5k left in, and it hasn't even been like half the day, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then half the times the king's like 3/4 tax. Fucking some dude fell off a ship. Some dude died in a tavern, bro, earlier on stream. Apparently, because at night I was sending out like the long distance dudes to try to get some of those done. Apparently, while I was sleeping, one dude got in a fight and died for it. But yeah, honestly, I can't complain though. I've had a blast this league so far. Being able to play a build I've always wanted to play and seeing it like do well is really gratifying. I've never had such a leisurely time running through tier 16s because like I can kill things from like half a screen away. I'm just waiting for Garatha to do his retail guide so I can do my retail. Sure, why not? Fuck it, we will. Tired of rolling that. I just wanted to get like slightly higher item going on it. But open so much possibilities. Yeah. I'd still say it's not like super perfect because now it's kind of flipped, right? It's like Who plays Witch? Like, feel bad for people that like Witch that don't like play minion builds because the defensives on that side of the tree apparently are really, really lacking. I wouldn't know. I've always been a Marauder duelist crutch, so you know, I don't know what the Witch guys have to deal with. I think the only time I played Witch was like last league when I did Bama. And I never got to like the full elemental conversion thing with the lightning player. Actually, planning to make her this build too. Honestly, it looked really good. The the retaliation. Oh my god, tanky as fuck. Deals a shit ton of damage. I'm here for it. Because I did the Warden, and I liked Warden because I like the tinctures. Like that's why I have one here. It's really good. The tinctures, especially for elemental skills, are really really strong. Like it's a very noticeable DPS increase when I pop the tincture versus when I don't have it. But I wanted to do it on Warden because it's like the new thing. Uh, but I don't like Lightning Strike. I really don't. So I'm waiting to see a different skill that people come up with that's not like Molten Strike or Lightning Strike. I multi-stream on YouTube? No. The my YouTube is predominantly just for VOD storage in case people if they miss a stream if they want to watch and catch up since I always just upload everything there. I used to do like other videos when I did like oh face breakers. When I did Lost Ark, I used to do like patch note reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought about doing it once, but I don't actually know if like I didn't. Well, part of it was I was too lazy to set it up, and then like to do all the logins and stuff. And then the other part is I don't actually know if my computer can handle the bandwidth. I've heard like multi-streaming can be a bit taxing. Right. Lost Ark disparage. Yeah, I may or may not have put like over 1,000 hours into Lost Ark in the first like 3 months. I may or may not have no life the crap out of that game when it first came out. Yeah, I like Lost Ark though personally. Like I thought it was really good. But Lost Ark's like main issue, I feel, which for the most part it feels like most people who put a lot of hours kind of agree, is aside from like the pay to win aspect, is just like the gatekeeping is really bad when you're trying to pug. So it makes it really hard to enjoy like playing the game if you're not like in a static because the only progression in the game is through raiding, and so you're kind of boned. Kind of boned. Pay to win aspect pretty good in the bots. Yeah. Well, the bots are another problem because I keep seeing people on Reddit and like a lot of them have had enough like evidence and confirmation that it's like actual, where it's like all of their bot prevention programs have been like catching like new players and returning players. It's one of the main reasons I'm afraid to go back to a Lost Ark, is because I've heard of a lot of returning players getting caught in like ban waves, and then they'll talk about like how much of a pain it is to try to get to talk to a person in customer service to get the ban like taken off their account so they can play the game. But yeah, for me it was mostly the gatekeeping. Like I had such a hard time whenever I didn't play with friends because I played Destroyer. That's what I mained. Originally I mained the Scrapper, and then I played this, but I was waiting for Destroyer to come out, and so I played Destroyer. But like Destroyer wasn't considered quote quote like meta, so it was like either I was gonna spend hours like getting declined from a bunch of parties, or I would spend hours sitting in a party finder trying to set up a party. Like it was kind of a pain, honestly. Grant, I heard they did solo raids recently. I don't know how that's gone though. I think they've slowly started to realize that. Oh shit, what are you guys doing? Where you going? No, no, no. Stay here. Be friendly. Main bard with support base instead of doing league. Oh, jealous. I didn't like any of the supports. I didn't like paladin and I didn't like bard, like the playstyles. I tried both. I had a friend who was a paladin, is what he mained. Yeah, no, I mained like shock scrapper before swapping to destroyer. And I was pretty good at it. I could generally MVP most of the Argus raids I did. Once I got the hang of like his move sets. I don't know, I feel like part of it was just the fact that they leaned so heavily into the whole gimmick thing where like one person's mistake would literally upend the entire raid. That stuff's always kind of like tricky to deal with when that's like your default difficulty. So it's just like when you have to pug that out, it's kind of rough. Because not everybody has like all the time to be constantly playing and like know the raids like the back of their hands, which is kind of what's required. And then other people just don't have the patience to like teach them. Which, to be fair, it's not like it's my job to teach a new person how to play, unless I like decide to do that. So like I understand what that comes from. Usually when I do raiding, it's like I kind of know I'm gonna be there for a couple hours. And not to mention with Lost Ark, it's not like you walk away with absolutely nothing because of the gate system, but it's still pretty annoying. For dog shit. Jeez. I was like, I'm not saying you suck, but I'm saying that my back needs a massage, Goodness gracious. I had two groups of friends where there was like three of us, like myself included, that we bought varying package levels. I think I bought the cheapest, like varying package levels for the founders packs, so we could get in, and we all got in on the same server. And then I had a couple other friends who couldn't get in on our server because our server somehow ended up being like really jam packed, and so they played on a different server, and they were a bit more like kind of playing the game at their own speed. They were a little behind us in some cases. So like a lot of times by the time like they got up, like doing the raids and like some of the raids and stuff, we had already gotten used to it. But it was just like, I don't know. To be honest, I like Argos is like I liked Argos a lot. I stopped playing like after the third month, so like I got in with Argos and I left on Argos. I've seen a lot of the other raids because I watched a lot of Lost Ark content before it like dropped, but it's just like the feelings I had for it. It was kind of interesting because the feelings I had about it kind of ended up being true. Like when I got hands on it, I was like, yeah, this gimmick thing is gonna come to bite them in the butt for like holding a player base because it requires a lot of. I think it's part of it's just the difference from like east to west, because like in the west people would take it a little bit more casual. I mean, like look at World of Warcraft, right? There's a reason LFG became a thing. Or looking for raid. Not LFG, LFR. Bro, that's been so long since I played. Wow. Like the LFR difficulty became that for a reason. It's because there's people that would like to play World of Warcraft, but they can't, they can't sit there and play all day. So they're not going to be as good as the guy who's sitting there, you know, playing 8, 10 hours World of Warcraft a day, doing the raid on like 6 different characters. He knows the mechanics like the back of his hand, stuff like that, right? So they made the LFR system, which I always found it like kind of comical when people be like, "Oh my goodness, these casual." It's like, yeah, it's casuals. They're the people that actually like keep the lights on for any game, really. But unfortunately, like Lost Ark just didn't really have casual content unless you just didn't want to progress in the game past a certain point at all whatsoever. Once you got to Punica, if you didn't want to do any of the raids with like Argos and stuff and go further, like you're just stuck. There's literally nothing you can do until you waited for like the handouts, I guess. Because there was just no form of progression outside of the raids for the gear, and then the story would be locked behind like gear score. So it's just like they were kind of like digging a hole for themselves that they I think now are trying to like dig their way out of. Hopefully they can though. But I don't know. For me, I don't think I'll ever go back to it. I think if I played MMO, it'd probably be Guild Wars 2, since I like have some of the DLCs for that, and that has like a PvP that I kind of like fucking around in. Though speaking of, have you seen the Titan Quest 2 trailer? Kind of excited. It it's doing this weird thing where it makes you want to play Titan Quest 1, even though I know I'm gonna rage my ass off because the combat in that game early on is so rage inducing if you're not used to it, and I'm not used to it because you're gonna miss a lot and probably die. Oh, but I've definitely like Titan Quest 2 seems like it could be pretty interesting. Seems like it could be pretty interesting. Which to me, I mean, I'm all for it. I think I've bought most of like the ARPG games that have come out in recent times and stuff. Get a wild whatever. Just gonna ignore because I don't hate myself. I don't understand why these guys deal so much damage compared to like everything else I get hit by. I haven't seen it since really late. Might check it out later. The video looks pretty good. I like everything. Like I'm generally a pretty like I tend to be a pessimist on things outside of like very few video games. Oh, ritual face. Uh, but like the trailer seemed pretty cool. The thing is I'm kind of curious how much of the old stuff they're gonna bring over. Because Titan Quest 1 was very kinda it's kind of an acquired taste. As someone who played Diablo 2 a lot and played like older ARPGs, I I have never been able to get out of like the first chapter for Titan Quest because like the combat system is such a turnoff for me. Like there's just something about their combat that's really bad. But I need to give it like an actual good playthrough at some point just because I own it. Especially with the second one coming out. I'm gonna get like, I'm gonna try to get like the quality up. I've noticed that like alters spawn a lot more, like good number of quality. I thought I was looking at last epoch. Honestly, you're not alone. I saw the gameplay a little bit. I was like, I recognize that. Oh wait, wrong name. Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong. Not wrong. Like last epoch system is so good though. I don't know how like last epoch will end up being at the end of everything, but like its current state I thoroughly enjoy. There's something about being able to play a game and you're playing a character and then you just get like an item on the ground that just makes you want to play a different character and then you do it just YOLO and it's like slightly viable and it like works to some degree. Doesn't always happen, but like at least the 3 times I've done it so far, it's been pretty good. But there's just something. I think like well to be honest for me, I think it's the animation polish. I think if they could polish the animation like a little tighter, I would enjoy Last Epoch a lot. It's just that like there's such a well that and if they could add more slam builds, that'd be great. Like there's only like what upheaval like basically the primalist. I guess you could consider Forge Strike a slam skill, but kind of not really. I don't have an abyss on this map, do I? 40% chance. Wait, where do you get the rest from? Oh shit, I missed this node. I am a moron. I felt like I was missing a node somewhere. Where do I put points out of? I need at least 3. We can put 1 point there. To be honest, I could probably just pull these points out and just put it in here and pull like that 1 point. Damn. All right, I didn't realize that. I felt like, to be honest, when I was looking at the tree, I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. Just contacting. That make the game very interesting. Yeah, I liked the Falcon Punch one. I got the one of the first ones I got was the Falcon Fist one in the last cycle, and I went all right, fuck it, we ball with Cinder Strike, and it felt so fun to use. Well, wishes for them to allow me to 100% convert your meteor to cold element, change the effects too. Maybe. I don't think it's the next one. I think it's the 1.3. One of the next 2 updates, they plan on adding like another layer to the skill passives. I think it's like some sort of rune system. Probably something similar to what like the Titan Quest one. I don't know. It's in the roadmap thing. So maybe with that. Cause like the build I want to do now, like there's a build I was gonna do and then PoE League launched. Uh it's Void Knight Shield Throw because I was gonna use the relic, right? That converts shield throws damage to 100% to void. And then I have with the Forgotten Knights set, you can, two of the pieces have like percentage chance for like time rot. And I was just like, could probably make that work. Maybe even use all three pieces of it. Mess about, see if it's any good. Dream of a falling block of ice finally coming true? Maybe. They haven't really given any information on it. But it would seem that there's a pretty hefty chance that some of those could be brought to light. It'd be interesting. Yeah. Even though, to be honest, the system I'm most looking forward to, which I still say to this day, uh, fucking PoE should have, is they're adding the like transmog system for the end game items. So like if you have like an item set that you like in game, but the stats don't generally fit for what the build you're doing, right? With the implicits and stuff, doesn't matter. Just put it on your character. He can still look pimping. I've said it forever. Last Epoch should have that, but no. Oh. Or not last. Well, not last. Well, last Epoch I said should have that, but PoE, Path of Exile, should have that. Uh, I mean, for crying out loud, they had the microtransaction you used to be able to buy. I don't think you can get it anymore, but you used to be able to buy one that lets you like skin an in-game item over the one you're using. I remember that. I remember people being about that. They're like, bro, it's a free thing in like most other games. Like, what are you doing? They're like shrug shoulders. I still need more orbs of the making though. But yeah, so I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're probably looking to kind of like use that to add another tuning lever to kind of like brush things up, more than likely. Because like right now, the only real tuning levers, right, is like outside of the passive tree for a skill in last epoch is the idols and the uniques, but not every skill has like uniques and stuff that um oh wait, uh it's oh 20%. Makes sense. Good thing I don't really need full endurance charges to clear these maps. I was like, why is my life last not working? I thought I was lagging for a second. I wasn't lagging, it's just 100% like reduced recovery because of the endurance charge. But I can't give up on the rarity and quantity, bro. I need it. Need it. I actually need it because I need the gold. Oh, that's not good. No, the ice wall gave me the thing back. It gave me an endurance charge. I'm so done. Shit. Inexorable is like betraying me right now. Instead of keeping me alive, it's killing me. Betrayal of the highest order. Should not have grabbed that one. I didn't realize it was 20%. The last time I grabbed it, it was like, I think it was like 10% or something, or like 15%. I could still have a little bit, so it was fine. But like, now it's like, I have zero. It's 100% just gone. I can't even get the use the life flask or leech. Yeah, they did good on this patch. To be honest, I don't actually know if like the league itself would feel as good if it wasn't for the changes. Because I feel part of the reason people are just like, oh, this league feels great is because the changes, right? Like the league itself, the league mechanic itself isn't bad. It's obviously needs some tweak because it's like it's really hard for like the runes and shit. Like the runes are just way too. They were a little too how should I say this? Frugal with the runes. The gold just needs some tweaking. I think that just needs to reduce the wage costs. I don't think they should increase how much gold you get because I think that'll lead to some complications with the auction house. I can't fight devours. Unfortunately, like I just cannot fight devours in this because they're gonna proc my inexorable, and I'm just gonna not regen HP and mana, and they're just gonna murder me. Yeah, I need to remember that's now 100%, so I can't like take that anymore. But like realistically, I think that part of the reason people are so like positive to this league is mostly just because the melee changes. I think were a lot more if like effective. Because like I think for the most part we expected melee changes when they were like kind of showing it off. It was like everybody's like, oh, slams, cool, right? But then it's like it's not just slams. Like all the melee skills feel really good right now, and it's just like shrug shoulders. Like you can play a bunch of different. Like I chose this build before it was a thing. Like before Captain Lance started using this on his berserker, I was using this because it felt really good, and I was like, fuck it, it's good. I don't have to aim my ability. You can just ball out and win. And I have a feeling that hopefully my last rate of butchering build Slayer later feels that good. We'll see. That's gonna be like the fourth character though. That comes after the retaliation. Oh, and then the retaliation skills, and then the block changes. Like they did a lot of stuff. Felt really good. Used to go, people would be printing uniques with the black market. True. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think it's just the wages. Like I think that need to be changed. Like they need to be cheaper. Wait, what? Oh, fuck. They stole my endurance charges, these guys. I should have swapped over to Searing. I hate like eater mobs specifically because of the shotgunning dudes. Because they've always dealt like a shit ton of them. Oh, that's new. There we go. No. I've always like died to them at some point or another. But yeah, I think like what it needs to be is I think the runes should be more. And then like you should get more runes. Just have an easier time getting the runes. And then the gold just needs to be like the wages need to be cheaper. Because like for instance, right now I have to choose between upgrading or if I want to like have my town running. Because even if it's just like my town, which isn't even fully upgraded, I'm just running level 7, level 5 uh guys, you know. I think my disenchanting is the only thing that's like fully upgraded right now. Like 20,000 gold, 30,000 gold is what I need for I think like a whole day's worth. That's if I'm not doing shipping. If I'm doing shipping, it's more than that. And it's just like that's basically the same amount as if alright, you stupid shotgunner, stop taking my endurance charges. Yeah, I lose like all of my endurance charges as soon as those like the firing squad pops up and does like one salvo. But and like to me that's like because I don't get a lot right now because of the I don't have a lot of rarity. But that's usually like at least like probably 2 hours or something. Like it's a decent amount of mapping time for me because I don't have a whole lot of rarity and stuff. Oh shit, I forgot to change my tree. Oops. Granted, like it went. I get a little bit more when I started doing the delirium thing. I get a little bit more now with the abyss. But like it's a lot of gold, and then that's including the fact that I need like 30,000 and stuff to do my upgrades for one singular like town thing. Like I have to choose between a day's worth of wages or an upgrade, which then as I upgrade it basically like in a way it's like it's gonna cost me more